We begin with this. President Trump says tax reform is a Christmas gift for America. He brought congressional Republicans to the White House to celebrate passing the historic GOP measure and flex the party's muscle.
The bill will cut taxes for most taxpayers next year, but corporations and the wealthy will get the biggest benefit. It slashes the corporate rate from 35% to 21%. Major Garrett is at the White House, where the president shared the spotlight yesterday. Major, good morning.
Good morning. As this massive tax cut was moving through the legislative process, top advisors to President Trump begged him to give Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell the credit they said he deserves for holding Republicans together all year on the Trump agenda, save for one failure, a conspicuous one on health care. Well, when the tax bill passed, the president finally relented, creating a rare portrait of Republican unity.
It's always a lot of fun when you win.
President Trump made the most of his first big legislative win, so he invited nearly 200 congressional Republicans to celebrate tax cuts, and him.
Mr. President, thank you for getting us over the finish line.
You're one heck of a leader.
Earlier, the president praised Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, with whom he's had a frosty relationship all year. Writing on Twitter, he could not have asked for a better or more talented partner. McConnell returned the praise.
But this has been a year of extraordinary accomplishment for the Trump administration.
Meeting for the 9th time this year with his cabinet, Mr. Trump asked Housing Secretary Ben Carson to say a prayer.
So Ben will ask you to say grace.
Carson called the president and his colleagues a blessing.
We thank you for the president and for cabinet members who are courageous.
For months, the White House has pitched tax cuts as a boon for the middle class. With the bill now passed, Mr. Trump admitted corporations are the big winners.
Our plan also lowers the tax on American business. That's probably the biggest factor in this plan.
The bill also doubles the standard deduction for individuals and families and cuts the individual tax rate for the highest earners from 39.6% to 37%. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer said Republicans failed the middle class.
There are only two places where America's popping champagne: the White House and the corporate boardrooms.
This is a big win for the White House, but in the very near future, the president will need Democrats, not one of whom voted for this tax reform legislation, if he hopes to achieve victories on children's health insurance, infrastructure, welfare reform, or even military spending. Now, the individual tax rate cuts in this bill are set to expire in 2025, but the business and corporate tax cuts are permanent. And Anthony, some employees are already seeing benefits either in terms of year-end bonuses or promised higher wages.
Yes, they are, Major. Thanks, Major Garrett.